Wall Street, like everybody else, rushing towards the Thanksgiving holidays to see if they can take money, give money, make money. Here you go. Money Master, Director of Financial Newsletters at Newsmax.com. Jeff Yastine joins us. What do we got today on a nice middle of the week, Jeff?
It's kind of a mid-range sort of day on Wall Street, too. The Dow was up about 10, 15 points a little bit earlier in the session, down about 15 right now. The S&P down about 2 points, and the NASDAQ down around 15. So a lot of this is being driven to a degree by some minutes that came out from the last Federal Reserve meeting, which indicates that some are starting to look for a timetable within the Federal Reserve Board, looking for a timetable when the Fed may change its language and start kind of clearing the path for an upturn in interest rates. But right now, it doesn't look like the market's really reacting to it all that much.
All right, let's get to some of the news. People are always looking for bargains. Looks like they're finding it at Target. Their U.S. sales are beating expectations, but they're still losing money in Canada, and that, of course, drags everything down.
Yeah, that's true. But overall, you have to say Target has done a good job. Certainly the stock has in coming back from the lows from earlier this year, because the stock's up 6% today, and that's really at its highest price in over a year. So the company is starting to hit on all cylinders, getting past the data breach problem. And also you have to wonder if some of this is indicative of the considerations of strength in the economy. As people have felt more comfortable, we're starting to see restaurant stocks moving higher. People are eating out more often. And perhaps Target is also a beneficiary of this trend, because a lot of people have fled Target. We've talked about this earlier, fled Target for Walmart, because they did not have the money that they had, say, 4, 5, 6 years ago, before the unpleasantness of that time period.
All right, Thanksgiving holidays, Christmas holiday, Hanukkah, all means travel, people heading from place to place. I know a lot of people, and as a matter of fact, I have to tell you, I've flown JetBlue before. I like it. But now they're adding baggage fees. Now they're reducing some leg room. They're just like everybody else, Jeff. They're going to find a way to make a couple of bucks here and there.
You really have to wonder if airline stocks, which have had a tremendous run, if something like this isn't sort of an indication that things are somehow changing and the focus is shifting, as it has been for the last 4 or 5 years, on having smaller fleets of planes in which you can get more money per seat. And perhaps now it's shifting to something where they want more seats and more planes, which was part of the industry's problem, again, before the financial crisis in the mid-2000s. Yeah, so analysts basically want to see the company put more seats into its plane, from 150 now to 165, and also with that would be less legroom. I'm the same way, Ed. I fly JetBlue a fair amount of the time. I like it. We do a lot of the bookings with them because they have more legroom.
Yep.
So, you know, it's going back to the sardine in a can thing. I don't know, you could fly any number of airlines. Why not stay with that? But
quick note to JetBlue. Yeah, quick note to JetBlue. Not everybody in the world is 5'7", okay? There happen to be some of us who are 6'2" or better, and we do like our leg room, and we can maybe find someplace else to fly.
It does show you how Wall Street's sensibility regarding what they want to see in profits, how that drives a company's decision-making process, and this is a good example of it.
Yep, okay, about a minute or so left here. The housing market getting better, so building permits are coming up a 6.5-year high. That's good news.
It is, and you see it in certain stocks in the housing sector, like Lennar, which is at, its highest price. I was looking at this earlier. It's now at its highest price since 2007. So it's doing really well. Again, Lennar and some of the other key housing stocks aren't too far behind it. Yeah, permits at a 6.5-year high, and housing starts rose for the second month in a row. Interest rates are low. It shows you where things are in terms of a fairly nice sweet spot for now for housing stocks and for the housing part of the economy. If the Fed starts raising rates, as they seem to be indicating for late next year, if they can get away with it, if the economy will stand up for it, again, it remains to be seen what kind of reaction the housing economy has to that.
All right, there we go. We'll get everything out for today. We'll come back tomorrow. By the way, before we leave, I want to remind everybody, go to Newsmax.com, click on Money News. That's where you'll find out with Jeff Yastine. The entire Newsmax team is getting posted for you every single day, 24/7. Check it out. Don't forget, see Jeff's latest report on a covert plan to unleash financial havoc by visiting FIRcollapse.com. Mr. Yastine, always a pleasure, my friend. Get back to work already, will you please? And we'll see you again on Thursday.
Thanks, Ed.
All right, thanks so much. Jeff Yastine and the Money Master every day right here on MidPoint. After the break, the NSA just escaped with a big win in the Senate, but I'll wager most of you will not be pleased at all. It's coming up right here on MidPoint, where we question everything.